There are 5 reasons why I think it's better to buy an existing home or building over building a new one. Hi, my name is Sam Shukor. I'm a design architect from ISD Architects. In this episode, I would like to discuss with you the 5 reasons why I think it's better to buy an existing home or building over building a new one. Now, the first reason is that it's cheaper from the dollar value perspective to buy an existing house or building over in building a new one. The dollar value is cheaper, or the bang for the buck, as they say, is much more cost effective than when you buy a new one. Because everything that you buy in a new house or a new building is new. The reason number 2 is building a new home or building a new building is very stressful process. And I have to be frank about it. I need to explain that from the experience of my clients, previous buildings. It's more hectic psychologically to go through building a new home, because in a building process, there are 2 factors actually that play a great role in the dynamics of any building process. There is the budget, which is money, and there is also the schedule, which is also linked to the money, but it's also linked to the fact that of the delay. So your conditions, if you're living outside of the existing property and then you're tearing down your building and building a new one, so you have to move away, and that exert on you as a builder or a homeowner or a building owner a lot of pressure to finish the building process, the construction, as soon as possible. So if the subcontractor didn't show up one day, that means delay, that means more rent, that means more money towards your budget. So the cost will go higher. So just imagine if you have many weeks of this experience and there is this risk factor of delays and due to different reasons. Reason number 3 is the flexibility of the program. So what do I mean by that? Flexibility of the program changes. So you build a new home or you buy a new home, and then you think that it's going to last forever in terms of your needs, but your needs fluctuate. And also the trends differ. So there is, before in architecture, there was these lobes of spaces. So if you remember, the older homes were like a little vestibule, and then you have a hallway, and then rooms are accessed through that hallway. Nowadays, it's an open plan. So in 5 years, in 10 years' time, there would also be another trend of interior design, of perceiving the space. So whatever you buy now, it will change in terms of that space or spatial value down the road or over the years. Also, your needs will change. So if you have a bigger family, probably you won't have that big family because the kids will get married and then they move away, and then you find yourself in a huge house, or vice versa. You have a small family and you grow and you need more space. So you find that this house is tight. It doesn't respond to your needs in few years' time. Reason number 4, I believe this is the most important reason for me, at least, and for many people as well, because now sustainability is a big issue. Building a new home is more environmentally unfriendly compared to buying an existing home. Because renovation compared to building a new is less impactful. What I mean by that is there is less new material. Probably you do some painting, you do some finishes, you change the floors, you change the kitchen sinks, and you have probably new cupboards or cabinets, and you select what you need to do, or you tear down some walls, you open up the space, compared to building everything from scratch. So the carbon footprint, and I don't want to go into the details of the environmental impact, but just imagine that all the CO2 that comes from production, from processing, from manufacturing of the new materials, compared to the amount of CO2, which is also going to be used in any case, because we are still in the fossil fuel phase of our civilization. And that is related to the extractable materials. So you extract and also you move the material in trucks over long distances. Many materials come from the United States. Some of them come from Mexico, and it really has a lot of bad impact on the environment because these huge trucks and trains require fuel to bring all this material along. Reason number 5, in my view, which is also related to architecture, and it's related to the character. So I totally agree that when you build a new home on a vacant land, you'd have everything that you need. It's as they call it in the market, a dream home. So you do everything, despite the discussions that happen between the stakeholders. Sometimes there are frictions. There's, I want this, I want that. That aside, the aesthetic value of this home can be achieved, in my opinion, through the renovation of an existing building. And then you'd have the flexibility also to change the style every now and then, because this is your canvas. The existing home is your canvas. You can repaint it. You can add a porch. You can expand it. You can have a different tiles on the roof. You can really modernize the elevation or the facade of the building. You can have what they call in the real estate world, the curb appeal. So all of this is much more flexible than when you build a new home and you're stuck in a style that will change after 5 years. And then it wasn't ready. And you wouldn't dare to do a renovation in 5 years down the road for a new home. So from the aesthetic value of the existing, it is also a reason why I think it's better to invest in an existing building or home than buying a new one. I hope you find this video useful. If you need further information, you can watch the video below that talks about the budget and the schedule. And these two looming factors on any residential or commercial project. And I'm discussing that in that video. And then if you feel like you want to talk about your projects, by all means, please give us a call or book an appointment with us. So click the link below and watch that video. I think you will benefit from knowing what the implications of having decisions of whether you renovate or you're building a new would also be reflected in that video. Thank you very much and have a great day.